I'm so excited for the wedding, aren't you, Clara? It's gonna be absolutely perfect, a day we've dreamed of for so long. I can already picture it, the beautiful setting, our closest friends and family, and you walking down the aisle towards me. It's truly going to be the most magical day of our lives, wouldn't you agree?
Yes, Mark, I suppose so. I mean, it's certainly a date on the calendar.
It's a small ceremony, but that's perfectly fine, right, Clara? Neither of us really wanted a huge, elaborate wedding. We've talked about this. Just something intimate, a reflection of our quiet love. You're so incredibly shy, you even insisted on keeping our relationship a secret from everyone at work, which I found endearing. It just added to your mysterious charm, your desire for privacy. It made our love feel even more special, a private world just for us.
Mark, what exactly are you talking about? And also, could you please stop calling me by my first name? It's standard protocol for colleagues to address each other by their last names. My last name is Miss Davies.
See? It's exactly because you're so shy and reserved, Clara, that nobody at work ever caught on to our blossoming romance. Your little blushes and averted gazes just made it seem like you were naturally timid, not deeply in love and trying to keep it under wraps. But seriously, when we're just texting, it's okay, isn't it? We're not in the office now. Why are you being so cold and distant with me all of a sudden? It's quite disheartening. My parents are already so excited for the big day, they keep asking about you. Oh, and speaking of preparations, maybe you should consider visiting a spa or getting some beauty treatments. I don't mean to be rude, Clara, but I noticed you put on a little weight recently. You'd be mortified to show up at our wedding looking, well, less than your absolute best, wouldn't you? It's our special day, and you'll want to look radiant for me, for us. And honestly, I don't want to see you looking anything less than perfect either. My expectations are high. After we're married, please try not to gain any more weight. Do try to maintain your appearance, my dear. It's important for both of us.
Please, I implore you, cease making such utterly inappropriate comments. They are incredibly rude, deeply disrespectful, and entirely uncalled for. I would be immensely grateful if you would refrain from contacting me in this manner in the future. These messages only serve to make me feel profoundly uncomfortable, and frankly, I perceive absolutely no benefit whatsoever from receiving them. There is nothing to be gained from this interaction, and I want it to stop.
Huh? What's with this sudden frostiness, Clara? What happened? One minute you're all smiles and subtle hints, the next you're this. Women are just, I swear, completely incomprehensible sometimes. You send mixed signals. You act one way, then another. But hey, it's a good thing, isn't it? The fact that you have such a pretty face is precisely why I even acknowledged you in the first place. It's why you caught my eye and stood out from everyone else in the office. Your beauty is what set you apart.
That's enough. Please, just stop. You are being completely inappropriate, and your words are making me extremely uncomfortable. If you have no legitimate business with me, and by legitimate, I mean work-related business, not this delusional personal fantasy, then I am ending this conversation right now. I would greatly appreciate it if you would refrain from any further personal contact with me, ever. Please, I beg you, respect my boundaries. Goodbye. Liam, are you home yet? I really need to talk to you. I mean, this is kind of serious too, so if you could please get back to me kind of quickly, I would really, really appreciate it.
Almost done, Clara. Just wrapping up a few things here. Sorry, I got a bit caught up with work today. What's wrong? You sound a little upset.
You know that person, Mark? He sent me another one of his incredibly strange and unsettling messages. It just put me in such a foul mood, Liam. I feel completely drained and disgusted. I was really hoping I could talk to you about it, just to get it off my chest and maybe get some advice on how to handle him. It's becoming unbearable.
Oh no, not the delusional prince again, is it? I thought he'd finally gotten the hint after our manager had a word with him. He's been surprisingly quiet lately.
That's exactly who it is, Liam. He is back with a vengeance. I honestly wonder if he still genuinely believes there's some kind of ongoing romantic relationship between us. It's terrifying the way he behaves. I'm being advised not to say anything too direct to him yet in case it somehow provokes him further, so I haven't actually said anything to him directly. It's really a tricky situation, Liam, and I don't want to make things worse.
Maybe I should just say something to him directly, soon? It's becoming clear that a gentle hint isn't going to cut it with him. I thought the section chief had already explained things to him quite gently after the last incident.
Gently won't even register with the prince, will it? He's practically a walking, breathing embodiment of delusion. Everything is just so twisted in his mind. He truly lives in a world of his own making, completely detached from reality. But I really, really hope this doesn't escalate any further. I dread to think what he'll do next.
Actually, there's something else I haven't told you about, Clara, because I didn't want to worry you any more than you already are. It's something I heard that's a bit concerning from one of our colleagues.
Huh? What could possibly be more concerning than this, Liam? What did you hear? You're making me even more nervous now. Please, just tell me.
Hey, where are you right now, Clara? Are you still at home? I'm waiting. We're all waiting.
Excuse me? I am, in fact, at home enjoying my weekend. Why on earth are you asking? It's Saturday. You have absolutely no right to demand to know my schedule or my whereabouts.
What? Still at home? What in the world are you talking about? The wedding venue is over a 30-minute drive from your place, isn't it? You should have left ages ago. We have a strict schedule to keep. Do you have any idea how much effort has gone into planning this day?
Wedding venue? What wedding are you even referring to, Mark? Did I miss some kind of incredibly important event today? Because as far as my personal calendar is concerned, there is absolutely nothing scheduled for today.
What are you, seriously? What is wrong with you, Clara? How much more do you intend to make a fool of me? It's our wedding day, for crying out loud. Our wedding! The one we've been planning for months! Are you trying to deliberately sabotage this?
Huh? My wedding? You're talking about my wedding. What are you possibly saying, Mark? Are you feeling all right? This sounds completely illogical.
What am I saying? Everyone is already here waiting. All the guests have arrived. My family is all settled in. The caterers are ready. It's ridiculous that the bride is the only one who hasn't shown up yet. It's an absurd situation, an utter embarrassment. I don't know why, but none of our colleagues are here yet, which is confusing, but all of my relatives are. They're all asking where you are. Get here right now. I mean it, Clara. You have precisely 10 minutes to get to the venue. That's your grace period. If you understand, then get your lazy self here immediately. Don't make me come and drag you here myself.
You need to absolutely, under no circumstances, call me you like that again. It's completely disrespectful, degrading, and utterly meaningless. You are speaking to a colleague, and you will address me with respect.
What's wrong with me calling you you? You're gonna be my wife, Clara. You're gonna be mine, and my wife has no right to complain about how I address her. It's a term of endearment. And besides, you overslept and you're not even offering an apology? What is wrong with you? Just because you have a pretty face, don't you dare get carried away and think you can treat me like this. If I decide to discard you, Clara, no one else will ever give you the time of day, you hear me? you'll be alone and regretful. And seriously, for a wedding that's already taken place, the bride being late is just unforgivable. It's completely disrespectful to me, to my family, and to everyone who's come here. If you don't get here right now, I'm prepared to call off the entire engagement. Do you understand?
The wedding, as in my wedding, was last week, Mark. It was a beautiful ceremony, and I was there on time.
Huh? What are you talking about right now?
Me? Your wife? Mark Davies, that's absolutely impossible, isn't it? We are simply colleagues, nothing more, nothing less. Your delusional fantasies are getting out of hand.
Clara, what are you saying? Are you dreaming? Are you still half asleep and hallucinating?
Aren't you the one who's dreaming, Mark? So utterly lost in your own fantasies that you're called the delusional prince. That's what people call you, isn't it? That's the nickname everyone at work uses behind your back, because your grasp on reality is so tenuous.
Delusional prince? What in the world are you even talking about? That's not a very nice nickname, Clara.
Prince is far too complimentary a title for you. Perhaps delusional old man would be more accurate. The truth is I married Mr. Evans last week, you know. We even formally announced our wedding within the department. Everyone was informed. Furthermore, I have never, not once, dated you, Mr. Takagi, nor do I recall ever receiving a marriage proposal from you. So I must ask, with genuine bewilderment, how on earth did you arrive at the conclusion that you and I are getting married? It defies all logic and reality.
Huh? Evans? Why is Evans' name even being brought up now? What does he have to do with anything? Why are you mentioning him at our wedding?
Why? Because Liam Evans is my husband. Our wedding was last week, as I just told you, and it was a wonderful ceremony. So what wedding are you referring to today, Mark? I genuinely had no idea you were getting married, but if that's truly the case, then congratulations. I sincerely wish you all the happiness in the world. Enjoy your day.
What are you talking about, Clara? What is all this nonsense? Aren't you and I getting married? My relatives are all here waiting. They all came for you. What are you trying to pull? This is an elaborate hoax, isn't it?
Are you being serious right now, Mark? Or is this some kind of incredibly disturbing joke? Because if you are serious, then you have a profound misunderstanding of reality. You and I are just colleagues from work. That's all. We have absolutely no other connection whatsoever. So how did this idea of us getting married even materialize in your mind? I don't know what bizarre fantasy you're living in, but the mere suggestion that such a thing is happening is deeply unsettling and frankly offensive to me. Please, for your own sake, try to grasp reality and cease this absurd behavior.
Hey, you're the one who needs to stop being so delusional, Clara. I've already paid the wedding venue fees in full. Thousands of dollars gone. And today is the day of the wedding, and the bride, you, Clara, are the only one not here. It's an absolutely outrageous situation.
You reserved a wedding venue and genuinely believed it was for your wedding with me, Clara Davies, and you did it entirely of your own initiative without any discussion or agreement with me whatsoever? Is that what you're telling me, Mark? Because that sounds like an incredibly foolish and unilateral decision.
Genuinely believed? What do you mean by that, Clara? It's the truth, isn't it? Why you aren't here, I have no idea. And why Liam's name keeps coming up, I can't fathom. But the atmosphere at the venue is getting incredibly awkward, and people are starting to stare and whisper. My family is looking at me with concern. Hurry up and get here. If you come now, I won't be angry. Hey, Mark, that's enough. You need to stop this right now, you hear me? It's me, Liam, and I have had enough of you talking to my wife like this. What's with that tone? Aren't you being incredibly rude to a senior colleague, Liam? You have no right to speak to me like that. I demand respect. Clara was looking visibly upset, staring at her phone on her day off, so I asked her what was wrong. And when I saw these utterly disgusting and harassing text messages you've been sending, I couldn't believe my eyes. Aren't you utterly ashamed of yourself for sending such hateful, manipulative, and delusional messages? Clara and I are already publicly married within the company. We've made it clear to everyone multiple times. If you, Mark, somehow managed to miss that crucial piece of information, then it's solely your fault. It's because you're constantly late for morning meetings, constantly missing important announcements, and you're always glued to your phone playing games instead of listening. You are willfully ignorant. Everything that's happening right now is a direct consequence of your own negligence, your lack of professionalism, and your profound self-absorption. You have no one to blame but yourself. Mark, let me be unequivocally clear. There was never, ever any factual basis for you and Clara to be dating. That is a complete fabrication of your own deluded mind. And I, as well as all of our colleagues and senior staff, are well aware of your consistent tendency to misinterpret situations. However, for you to continue sending these harassing text messages, completely disregarding Clara's clearly stated feelings and boundaries, demonstrates a level of persistence, obsession, and disregard for others that is simply unacceptable. There is a limit to our patience, Mark, and you have well and truly reached it. Don't you think it's high time you finally stopped this utterly pathetic charade? What utterly meaningless nonsense are you spouting now, Liam? You're talking gibberish. You're just trying to confuse me. You're the one spouting meaningless nonsense, Mark. Get a grip. Calm down. You're completely out of control. What are you gonna do about the wedding now, you ask? You've already prepared everything, haven't you? That's completely irrelevant to Clara and me, isn't it? You orchestrated this entire charade on your own, didn't you? Without any input or consent from Clara. It's perfectly understandable that none of our colleagues showed up. Who in their right mind would attend a wedding with such an incomprehensible and bizarre invitation? One that only listed the groom's name and was sent out without any prior announcement from the actual couple. It was an obvious setup. Incomprehensible? What on earth are you talking about, Liam? I was respecting Clara's wish to keep our relationship a secret from the company. That's why I only put the groom's name on the wedding invitation. Writing only the groom's name on a wedding invitation is highly unusual and frankly quite suspicious, isn't it, Mark? And everyone at work had already observed your persistent and frankly creepy text messages to Clara for a long time. Your behavior was not subtle, so it was quite clear to everyone that this was likely just a childish prank meant to compete with my and Clara's actual wedding. That's why none of our colleagues bothered to show up. In reality, there was no actual wedding to begin with, other than the one you concocted in your own mind, so it's a good thing they didn't come, isn't it? If they had actually shown up, you would have been even more utterly humiliated. That's a lie, isn't it? You're making all of this up to hurt me. Listen, Mark. Clara and I are going to keep this incident to ourselves for now. We won't reveal to the entire workplace that you genuinely misunderstood the situation and attempted to force this ludicrous imaginary wedding. It would be incredibly embarrassing for you if that information got out, wouldn't it? So for the last time, do not send another strange, harassing text message to Clara. Do you understand? This is your last chance! Then what about the wedding, Liam? Huh? My relatives are already here! What am I supposed to do about the wedding? Clara, can't you come? Please, she has to come! It seems completely pointless to say anything more to you, Mark. You are simply not grasping reality. This is our final warning. Do not, under any circumstances, send another unpleasant message to Clara. Any further harassment from you will be considered a declaration of war, and we will respond with appropriate legal action. We've had enough of your delusion. Clara, what are you gonna do about this? You need to fix this! This is all your fault!
What do you mean, what are you going to do? I explicitly told you not to contact me again, didn't I, Mark? Are you deliberately ignoring my boundaries? Now, is Liam not around right now or something? You are completely incomprehensible.
What are you talking about? Because you didn't show up at the wedding yesterday, Clara. My life was turned upside down. I was utterly humiliated. The entire wedding had to be canceled. What exactly are you going to do to compensate me for this disaster? You owe me everything.
That was entirely your doing, Mark, wasn't it? You orchestrated this whole charade. When you ask me, what are you going to do about it, all I can honestly say is that there is absolutely nothing I can do. This situation is a direct consequence of your actions, your delusions, and your refusal to accept reality, not mine. I bear no responsibility for your choices.
What is that? You're being so irresponsible, Clara. You led me on!
Irresponsible? Excuse me? To mislead someone into believing they're getting married and then not show up for the wedding is practically a new form of fraud, isn't it?
I was the victim here! Your marriage to Liam is a total fabrication, isn't it? You're just trying to corner me and make my life miserable!
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about, Mark. Your words make no sense to me whatsoever.
I'll sue you for fraud. I'll also demand compensation for all of the wedding expenses. I'm gonna make you profoundly regret the disrespectful way you've treated me, Clara. So, you'd better be prepared for the full force of the law to come down on you.
Understood, Mark. And you should also be prepared for the consequences.
The manager called me in, Clara. He told me to apologize to you. Can you believe that? I told him I wasn't in the wrong, that I was the victim, but he wouldn't listen. The atmosphere at work is so strange now. What in the world is going on? I'm the victim here, Clara!
How on earth can you possibly arrive at the conclusion that you are the victim in this situation, Mark? What you were engaged in was relentless, delusional stalking, pure and simple. You were causing such a significant nuisance and a legal liability that Mr. Evans felt compelled to inform the manager. Furthermore, the matter of those unauthorized, fabricated wedding invitations you sent out has now spread throughout the entire company, making you a subject of ridicule. Don't you think you're actually incredibly fortunate that you haven't become a complete laughingstock?
So you're seriously telling me that I have to genuinely apologize to you, Clara? After all this? I got yelled at by the manager because of you! My career is on the line!
It's not my fault, Mark, and you are still not willing to offer a sincere apology, are you? It seems you still believe you've done nothing wrong. Well, in that case, I will have nothing further to do with this matter. My involvement ends here.
So what about the wedding expenses, Clara? Huh? I paid for everything! I paid the entire amount myself! Thousands of dollars gone! There's no refund, and who's gonna compensate me for that loss? The venue insisted they explained all the cancellation policies, so I ended up bearing the full cost. You didn't even show up to the wedding, and you unilaterally decided to cancel on the day, so it's natural you would be responsible for the cost.
Please, that's enough. Mark, your accusations are baseless. If you're not willing to offer a genuine apology, then this conversation is over. If you wish to pursue legal action, then by all means feel free to do so. However, I highly doubt you'll find a lawyer willing to take on such a frivolous case, and even if you do, you have absolutely no chance of winning. If you have no desire to squander any more of your money pointlessly, I strongly advise you to calm down and abandon this irrational pursuit. It's for your own good.
All my savings are gone because of the wedding preparations, and it's the absolute worst. My life is ruined. Why am I the one who was clearly deceived, enduring this terrible fate? My relatives are absolutely furious with me. My reputation is in tatters. They've even declared me a disgrace to the family and completely disowned me. I have nowhere to go. Do you have any idea how I feel, Clara?
I don't understand at all, Mark, and I have absolutely no intention of trying to understand your distorted perspective. Frankly, I find your self-pity to be rather sickening. In fact, I wholeheartedly agree with your family's sentiments. What a truly pitiful family to have to deal with you. The only thing you can do now, Mark, is to calm down. I strongly recommend that you start working on becoming more rational, more grounded in reality as soon as possible. It's your only path forward. Now, if you'll excuse me, please return to your work. Liam, thank you for speaking to the manager for me today. I really appreciate you stepping in. I truly hope the prince will finally calm down and be rational now, and that this ordeal is finally over.
Yeah, well, Clara, that's probably an impossible wish, unfortunately. It seems he's simply incapable of true introspection.
Huh? What do you mean, Liam? What happened? Did he do something else?
It seems he's managed to make an even bigger mess of things, Clara. He's truly outdone himself this time. I'm gonna have to deal with it, and it might get pretty serious. Much more serious than I initially anticipated.
What do you mean serious? You're okay, aren't you, Liam? And I'm okay, right? Nothing more can happen to us, can it?
Both you and I are perfectly fine, Clara, and we'll remain safe. But he certainly isn't. He's really dug himself into a hole. I think it's about time we made him disappear from our lives for good. Permanently.
Please, tell me everything that happened. I need to understand what you mean, Liam. Don't leave me in the dark.
I've been placed on home confinement, and I even received a formal notice of termination from my job. Can you believe this, Clara? My career is over. I'm ruined. I was simply deceived, and I just tweeted about it. That's all I did.
Are you still asserting that you're not at fault even now, Mark? Do you still genuinely believe you're the victim here? Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused for the company's reputation and daily operations? This is reaching the level of a formal lawsuit for significant damages, Mark. And regarding your termination notice, wasn't it actually just a recommendation for voluntary resignation? I would say that's remarkably lenient considering your actions.
Clara, are you gonna blame me even further? I didn't even do anything wrong. I don't know how else I can show you that I am completely innocent here. I just can't understand why you insist on trying to spin all of this blame on me when you were the one who didn't tell me that you were married in the first place. Surely you should be able to understand how that makes it so you and I both share the blame equally here, right?
Is that supposed to be some kind of sick joke or something? Let me make something perfectly clear to you, Mark. You are entitled to exactly none of the details of my personal life, and I am not required to share a single shred of information with you at all. You really need to learn what it means when a woman says no. I was not playing hard to get or trying to be cute or anything like that. I was telling you to back off because you were being a total creep. And stop calling me by my first name. You are crossing a line. You've gone too far. Regarding the relentless, obsessive harassment you've inflicted upon me, I will be pursuing a lawsuit for significant damages through my lawyer. You will be held accountable.
Are you serious, Clara? You can't do that? Come on. I don't understand how you could just turn around and treat me like this. It's not like I really even did anything if you really think about it. There's nobody who was hurt by my actions or anything like that at all, right? I don't understand how you can turn around and treat me this way.
I never thought I'd be asked that question by you, of all people, Mark. But yes, I am perfectly sane. When you told me I'd gained weight, I honestly thought to myself, is this man truly sane? Does he even have a mirror?
What? You're saying it pretty clearly now, aren't you? You're being cruel.
I mean that before you mock someone else's physical appearance, you should take a good, long look at your own, Mark. You need to correct your own self-perception before you utter another word about anyone else. You won't need to speak with me again anyway. You'll likely be forced to leave the company, and we will ensure that. And my husband and I will be seeking significant damages, which means you'll have to pay us. You better start looking for a new job quickly.
I'm sorry! I apologize for everything I've done, but I can't pay for damages. I used all my savings on the wedding expenses, so I have nothing left. I'm completely broke. Please don't say that. Don't ruin me completely. I have no money. I truly apologize.
Far too late. If only, just for a moment, before you posted that defamatory tweet, you had paused, reflected, and offered a sincere apology, perhaps the outcome would have been different. But what's done is done. There's no turning back now. You made your choices and you must face the consequences. If you contact me again, just one more time, I will be reporting this to the police. This is a final, non-negotiable warning. Goodbye. Forever.
It looks like Mark finally found a new job, Clara. He said he'll pay the compensation once he gets his first paycheck. He seemed quite remorseful, but who knows if he'll actually follow through.
You don't think we were too easy on him, do you, Liam? Maybe we should have taken everything we could get from him in one go, just to make sure he really learned his lesson.
I considered that, Clara, believe me, but if we burdened him with too much debt, it might just become another headache for us down the line. I figured it's better if he just pays us when he's able to. The goal wasn't really about the money anyway, was it? It was about getting him to calm down and realize the gravity of his actions, and to make him disappear from our lives.
You're right, Liam. That's true. The most important thing by far is that we never have to deal with him again. It seems like he's finally reflected on his behavior, at least somewhat. He moved away and apologized to his parents, and they're apparently helping him out, so he didn't get completely disowned.
That's a good outcome for him then, isn't it? He probably wouldn't have come to his senses otherwise. The Prince of Delusion. He needed a significant shock.
You're right about that, Liam. He truly needed to hit rock bottom. But all of this has been incredibly exhausting for you too, hasn't it, Liam? Spiritually, emotionally? Please take care of yourself now.
Yes, I will, my love. For the baby's sake, too. I'll try to rest a bit more.
When he told me I'd put on weight, it stung a little, even though it was creepy. I guess he was paying attention in his own twisted way. It was a strange realization.
He won't ever be a part of our lives again, Clara, and I'll make absolutely sure of that. He is permanently out of the picture. I'll protect you from anyone who tries to harm you. From now on, I truly hope our lives are free from stress, filled with peace, and overflowing with joy.
I truly hope so too, Liam. You're always there for me, always supporting me, and I truly appreciate it more than words can say. Thank you, always. I really rely on you, more than you know. From now on, too, you are my rock, my partner, my everything. Mark's silence was a relief, a palpable absence that brought immediate calm. Liam was right. He eventually found a new job and started paying the compensation, a small but consistent reminder of the ordeal. My own parents, when they finally grasped the full extent of his delusion, were horrified, but relieved that Liam and I were safe. The whole company breathed a collective sigh, and while Mark became a cautionary tale whispered in hallways, his physical absence made the office feel normal again. We rarely heard from him directly after his legal agreement, and those few updates came through Liam, who handled everything with a quiet strength I deeply admired. It was a traumatic experience, a stark reminder of the fragile line between reality and obsession, but it ultimately strengthened our bond. Liam and I focused on our future, moving forward with a profound appreciation for our peace and the quiet joy of our growing family, forever grateful that the delusional prince was, at last, just a fading nightmare. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. A honeymoon in Hawaii? That's ridiculous! Why on earth would you want to go somewhere so far away? Wouldn't Florida be much better? Good evening, Lily. Yes, our honeymoon is indeed in Hawaii. I've been looking forward to it immensely. It's where I've always dreamed of going. While Florida has its charms, for a honeymoon, I really wanted to venture somewhere a bit more distant, a truly special destination. I mean, we've been together for over 3 years, engaged for most of that time. This is a big step, a celebration of our commitment, and I've always pictured Hawaii as the perfect place to start our married life together. The thought of those beautiful beaches, the crystal clear water, the vibrant culture, it just feels right. Do you get what I mean? 3 years? Engaged? Honestly, it feels like nothing will be fresh or new after all that time. You're going to Hawaii? Rachel, aren't you being a bit too much of a dreamer? You need to face reality sometimes. Oh, speaking of reality, I'll need your help again next Thursday. I need your assistance once again, so you need to follow through. Again? Really, Lily? Hasn't it been barely a week since I last helped out? I just did it last Tuesday. I have my own responsibilities, you know. I've got a lot to do at home. What's the big deal? You're home every day anyway. I'm busy with work. You know, an actual job outside the house. I don't get to roll out of bed to my desk like you do. I am home every day, but that's because my job is remote, Lily. It's not like I'm just sitting around doing nothing. It's still work, and it requires my full attention. Honestly, looking after 5 children again is a bit much to ask. It's truly demanding. I mean, last time it was absolute chaos. My energy was completely drained. 3 of them are at daycare during the day, aren't they? It'll be fine. Just look after the 2 youngest, and then you just have to pick up the others. That's all. Surely you can manage that much. Don't be such a useless sister-in-law. This is all I ask of you. I hardly think that's fair, Lily. I'm not useless, and I don't appreciate being spoken to that way. I am making an effort to help you, and I value my own time and work. However, I think I can adjust my work schedule this time, so I'll agree to it, but please, this has to be the absolute last time. It's simply too much. What on earth are you talking about? Once we move in together, you'll be watching them every day. Oh, did your brother not tell you yet? Well, you'll find out eventually. Just look forward to it. What? Move in together? What are you talking about? Lily, wait, what the heck is going on here? Are you actually moving into this house? Hey, Liam, Lily just said something really strange. She mentioned us moving in together. Is there something going on that I don't know about? Because if that's the case, we really need to talk. I have been very clear from the beginning, Liam, that living with your family is just not something I can do. I've said it countless times, unequivocally.
What? Why not? What's the problem with that, huh?
Why not? Liam, you know exactly why not. I'm a single child and my mother is getting older. She's going to need my help more and more in the coming years. There is a strong possibility that she'll need me to care for her, perhaps even live with her eventually. How am I supposed to help her to be there for her if I'm living with your family? We have discussed this many, many times, Liam. I've explained my responsibilities to my mother, my obligations as her only child. My mother raised me on her own, and she sacrificed so much for me.
No. Why should my family be second priority? That doesn't make any sense. Don't create this hassle for me, Rachel.
Second priority? That's not what I said, Liam. It's not about prioritizing one family over another. It's about practicalities and my personal responsibilities. Marriage is about two families coming together, not one subsuming the other. My mother is an individual, and she has her own needs that I am uniquely positioned to address.
You're marrying into my family, Rachel. It's the natural progression for us to live together. It's just how it's done. It's traditional. You're becoming a part of our household.
Are you serious, Liam? Are you honestly telling me that right now? I thought we had discussed this extensively. I thought you understood my position and my concerns.
Oh, we can talk about that later, okay? We have plenty of time to figure it out. More importantly, about our honeymoon destination, I've changed it to Bali.
What? Wait. Why the sudden change? You know I've always wanted our honeymoon to be in Hawaii. We've talked about it since we first started planning our future together. I have been saying Hawaii for years. It's been my dream honeymoon location. We've had it booked for ages, for months now, haven't we? It's been confirmed, flights are bought, accommodation is secured. To change it now, at the last minute, right before we're supposed to leave? That's really unfair, Liam. It's more than unfair. It's downright cruel. And you're just unilaterally changing the destination without even consulting me? After all the time and effort we've put into this, and all the dreams I've had?
Well, it's already decided. I've already contacted the travel agency and made the arrangements. You can take care of the rest. I'm too busy to deal with this.
Are you seriously telling me this, Liam? I can't believe what I'm hearing. You've already contacted the travel agency without even discussing it with me first? Without even a single word of consultation? I can't even process this. Is this somehow related to Lily's opinion too? Because if it is, I swear to God.
Rachel, what's gotten into you? You're being incredibly persistent and annoying. This isn't the Rachel I know. The Rachel I like is sweet, obedient, and understanding. You know, if you're not compliant, I might just leave you.
I never thought you'd speak to me like that, Liam. Never. I thought I knew you. Threatening me with leaving? Over a honeymoon destination? Over me wanting to have a say in our shared future? Stop deciding things without consulting me. This kind of behavior is not okay. It's not how a healthy relationship works. It's not how a partnership is built. You need to respect me, Liam, and my input. Liam, what is going on? Why is Lily here? And her children? What are they doing here? This is our honeymoon.
Well, darling, I thought it would be so much more fun if the whole family came along. The more the merrier, right? It was a bit of a struggle getting all 5 kids ready and on the plane, but we made it.
Are you actually serious right now? Do you even understand what kind of trip this is, Liam? This is our honeymoon, mine and yours. What is the meaning of this? This was absolutely not what we planned, and I was certainly not informed that Lily and her 5 children would be joining us. This is completely out of line. I cannot believe you would do something like this without telling me, without even a hint. This is supposed to be a romantic getaway, a time for us to connect and create beautiful memories.
I worked hard to get all 5 kids on that flight by myself, Rachel. It was a lot of effort. Why are you being so cold and ungrateful? Do you want a divorce? Because that's how you get one.
What do you mean by that? What kind of position are you speaking from, Liam? Do you truly believe that's a fair or appropriate thing to say in this situation? You are the one who completely blindsided me, who ruined our honeymoon, and now you're threatening me with divorce? That's not only unfair, it's manipulative. And you call me ungrateful? I'm supposed to be grateful that you decided to turn our honeymoon into a circus? No, Liam, I am not ungrateful. I am furious. I am shocked. I am deeply, deeply disappointed.
Anyway, Bali was more affordable with 5 kids, so I went ahead and paid for everything from our joint account. Hawaii would have been impossible with that many people, cost-wise.
Wait a minute. Are you actually serious? I am genuinely speechless right now. I am beyond shocked, beyond disbelief. So let me get this straight. You, Liam, changed our honeymoon destination to Bali, secretly arranged for Lily and her 5 children to join us, and then proceeded to use our joint savings to purchase all of their flights and accommodations, effectively bringing them along on our honeymoon? Is that actually what happened? You just took our money without asking and used it to fund a family trip that I had no knowledge of and no desire to be on? Is that the whole picture?
Exactly, you finally get it. It was a surprise. Aren't you happy? I thought you'd be thrilled.
You honestly thought I would be happy about this surprise? You truly, genuinely believe that this was something that would bring me joy and excitement? Are you out of your mind, Liam? Do you have absolutely no understanding of me whatsoever? It's a violation of trust. How could you possibly think that turning our intimate honeymoon into a chaotic family vacation with 5 children would be a welcome surprise? It's insulting, Liam. It is deeply, deeply insulting. It shows a complete lack of respect for me as your partner and for the sanctity of our relationship.
Well, Rachel, we've been together for a long time, right? I just thought more people would be more fun than just the 2 of us. You know, a big party. I thought you'd enjoy the lively atmosphere. Plus, the kids love Bali. It's very family friendly, so it was a win-win, really. And besides, 2 people traveling alone can sometimes get a little boring, don't you think? Adding more people just adds to the excitement, the energy. It makes for better stories, more laughter, more shared experiences. I thought you'd appreciate the vibrancy.
I can't believe this. I am truly speechless. I'm utterly shocked. My mind is reeling from this.
Okay, well, hurry up and get back from the restroom. The kids are waiting for you. They're probably bored already.
I think I'm feeling a bit unwell, Liam. I'm going to go off on my own for a while. You and the others can go enjoy yourselves. Just go ahead.
What? That's so irresponsible! But fine, just hurry up and meet us. You have a role to play after all. You need to keep the kids safe and sound.
I really am not in the mood right now to be arguing like this. Just do whatever you want. Seems like you have been for a while now.
Hey, going off on your own is one thing, but this is getting ridiculous, Rachel. It's been hours. We can't even check into the hotel without you. Everyone's melting down, and so am I. This is unacceptable. Where are you? What are you doing? We're stranded here, and it's all because you decided to just disappear.
You can check in on your own, Liam. Figure it out. You're an adult, aren't you? So I think you're wise enough to get through this situation on your own.
What? Are you still mad? This is unbelievable. Is inviting my sister and her 5 kids on our honeymoon really that bad? Isn't it more fun when the whole family is together? Don't be so narrow-minded, Rachel, or I'll divorce you. You're being completely unreasonable. It was a gesture of goodwill, a way to bring our families closer. Why are you making such a big deal out of it? It's just a little bit of togetherness. You're overreacting, honestly. This is not the loving, accommodating partner I thought I was marrying.
Well, I don't know what else to tell you, but I am already back in the U.S., so take what you will from what I've just done, yeah?
What? What are you talking about? What do you mean you're back in the U.S.? How? How were you able to get back so quickly? It doesn't make sense.
I just realized that I couldn't continue with you, Liam. It just became clear to me that our relationship was fundamentally broken, so I decided to take the first available flight back home. Luckily, there was a seat. You and your family can enjoy your family vacation without me. Have a wonderful time. I hope it's everything you wanted it to be.
Wait a second, what are you saying? What is this? You went home by yourself? Are you serious? You must be out of your mind. You just abandoned me and the kids without consulting me, without a word? Are you insane, Rachel? This is absolutely insane. I can't believe you would do something so reckless, so impulsive, so disrespectful. What kind of person does that? You're completely bonkers. This is a nightmare! How could you do this to me? To us? You just walked away, really?
Isn't that the biggest boomerang you've ever seen? Just think about it, Liam. Think really deeply about what that actually means and if it's familiar to you.
Boomerang? What the heck are you even talking about, Rachel? You're making no sense and it's frustrating me so much right now.
Who was it that decided to change our honeymoon destination, to invite his sister and her 5 children to use our joint savings, all without a single word of discussion with me? Who was it who then threatened me with divorce when I expressed my very valid disappointment and anger? You, Liam. It was all you. You set this in motion. You made the decisions. And now you're complaining about me making a decision on my own? It's the very definition of a boomerang, isn't it? What goes around comes around. You created this situation with your complete disregard for my autonomy, and now you're experiencing the consequences of that disregard. This is simply a taste of your own medicine.
But I was trying to surprise you and make you happy. It was meant to be a joyful occasion, a memorable trip, that's all. I thought you'd love it, Rachel. I genuinely thought it would be a pleasant surprise, something you'd look back on fondly. I was trying to do something nice for you, something different. It was a good intention, a thoughtful gesture even. I mean, who doesn't like a surprise, especially when it involves family? I truly believed I was doing something positive for our relationship.
And I didn't ask for it, and it didn't make me happy. Not even remotely. This idiot. You are so stupid, Liam. How could you do this all behind my back, huh?
Rachel, what's happened to you? Is that really you? Are you really saying such harsh words? You've never talked to me like this before.
My patience has finally reached its breaking point, Liam. I have had enough. But don't worry, the hotel we were supposed to stay at in Bali, it seems to be child-friendly, so I'm sure you can directly negotiate with them and stay there. Even if you cancel now, you'll still have to pay the full cancellation fee anyway, so you might as well use it. You and your family can stay there. Isn't that good news? You can still enjoy your vacation. It's the least I can do, considering the circumstances. I wouldn't want your money to go to waste after all.
That's the very least you could do, but you're going to cover all the travel expenses, right? Because you bailed on us and everything, yeah?
What? Are you serious? No, I am not participating in this trip, Liam. So no, I am certainly not covering the expenses. As for the flights, I was on the outbound flight, so I suppose I'll accept that portion. But all the other costs, like the accommodation, the activities you booked, everything else included in the travel package, you will pay for all of it. You are solely responsible for the current situation, and therefore you are solely responsible for the financial repercussions. You can't expect me to pay. That's completely absurd.
Wait a minute, that's going too far, Rachel. You can't make me pay for all of that. That's completely unfair. I never told you to go home. I didn't force you to leave. You chose to leave. You made that decision. So why should I bear the financial burden? That's not logical. It's not fair. I was trying to do something nice for you. I was trying to build our family. This is extortion! You're trying to punish me for something that was meant to be a surprise.
You didn't need to tell me to go home, Liam. Your actions spoke louder than any words ever could. You made your decisions without me. You invited your family without me, and that is precisely why I chose to leave. It's because of your actions that I decided to terminate our engagement and our relationship. And no, marriage is off the table now. That is absolutely not happening.
You're going too far, Rachel. Breaking off the engagement, that's not okay. I've already told everyone at work that we're getting married. What am I supposed to do now? Everyone knows. I can't just go back and say it's off. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. This is a mess of your making. Think about my reputation. Think about the awkwardness.
Oh, really? Well, you can just tell them you're getting a divorce then. Though, technically, we never actually filed the marriage certificate, did we? So, I suppose it's more of an engagement cancellation. Which I think is for the best, honestly. It's better this way. Now you can truly do whatever you want without having to consult me. Though I suppose you were doing that anyway.
You're unbelievable, Rachel. Seriously, you're acting completely out of line. Just going back to the U.S. on your own? Our honeymoon is completely ruined. What are we gonna do? This is a disaster. You've destroyed everything. Everything I had planned, everything I envisioned for us. Our beautiful honeymoon, the start of our new life together, is completely shattered because of your selfish, impulsive decision.
Oh, it was ruined the moment you brought your extended family on our honeymoon, Liam. The moment you chose to disregard my wishes and turn our intimate getaway into a chaotic family outing. It was changed to Bali because of your sister's alleged needs and her children's strict travel limitations. And who paid all the change fees? Me. And by the way, my savings account had significantly more money in it than yours. You used my money without my consent, without even a word of discussion. Did you think that was okay? You abused my trust, you stole from me, and you disrespected me in the most profound way possible. You had no right to touch that money, let alone use it to fund Lily's presence on our honeymoon.
Why are you so angry, Rachel? You're exaggerating. You're blowing this out of proportion. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just a little family trip. Why can't you see that? Why are you being so dramatic?
You can call me dramatic or whatever else you want, Liam. It doesn't change anything. I'm telling you, I am done with you. I have reached my limit. I am preparing to move out. You won't be seeing me again.
I finally got home, Rachel. And there's nothing here. What happened to all my furniture? Everything's gone. What have you done to my house?
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about right now. And excuse me, your furniture? I guess you claim everything as your own now, don't you?
This is our house! How could you just take all the furniture and leave? That's theft! I'm gonna sue you for theft, Rachel! You can't just walk away with everything! It's not yours! This is an outrage!
Perhaps you should calm down and think clearly before you threaten to sue me for theft, Liam. Let's consider this logically.
Calm down! Think clearly! About what, Rachel? What is there to think about? My house is empty, my things are gone. Everything I owned, everything we built together has just disappeared. How am I supposed to be calm about that?
Well, let's see. Most of the furniture and appliances in that house, the ones you're claiming as yours, were actually purchased by me before we even got engaged. I simply took what was mine when I left. I just moved my own belongings out of a house that is no longer my home. What's wrong with that? Did you want my furniture and appliances, Liam?
But they were supposed to be for us, for our shared life, and you used money from our joint savings account, didn't you? You just took the money without my permission.
You had already spent almost everything without my consent, without even a word of discussion. I was truly shocked when I saw the balance. Do you understand how hurtful that was? I'm asking for my portion of the money you took from that account, the money that was rightfully mine, to be repaid to me in full. I will not be giving you anything otherwise.
Repayment? I can't do that right now, Rachel. It's impossible. And it was my savings too, you know. It wasn't just your money, it was ours.
Exactly, Liam, and I am asking for my share of our money back. Because when I looked, there was almost nothing left. You used all of it. The vast majority of those funds were mine, contributed from my personal earnings. You completely drained the account, and you did it for what? To support your sister's irresponsible behavior?
Well, Lily was having a really tough time, Rachel. She was struggling financially, and she has 5 kids, you know? It's a lot to handle. She needed help, and I'm her brother.
So what about it, Liam? How does Lily's situation, however difficult, relate to my money, my earnings, my savings? It doesn't, does it? My money was not meant to be a charity fund for your sister.
What do you mean it doesn't relate? Of course it does. It's about family, Rachel. It's about being supportive. It's about helping those you love. This is family, and you're supposed to be marrying into my family. You're supposed to care about them. You are part of the family, so you need to care about this.
I am not going to be part of your family, Liam. Your sister's poor choices are not my burden to bear. I am no longer obligated to support them in any way.
Don't say that, Rachel. The Bali trip was truly awful without you. Taking care of 5 kids by myself, it was impossible. Physically and mentally exhausting. I needed you.
You're not saying you need me. You're saying you needed a free babysitter. You needed someone to handle the children so you didn't have to. That's what you needed, isn't it? A live-in housekeeper and childcare provider who would silently endure your dictates. Well, I am no longer available for that role. Figure it out yourself, Liam.
Don't talk like that, Rachel. Breaking off the engagement was just a joke, right? Where did you go? Please, just get over it and come back home. I'm begging you. I miss you. I need you.
Come back home? That's not my home anymore, Liam, and it is certainly not a place I would ever return to. I've already moved out of that house and found a new place. I'm in the process of moving in right now, actually.
What? That fast in just 1 week? How is that even possible? That's crazy! You found a new place and are already moving in within a week? That's unbelievably quick!
Yes, it was surprisingly quick, actually. I can finally live my own life, on my own terms, without having to constantly worry about what you'll do next or how you'll try to control me. It's exhilarating. It's a fresh start, and I am embracing it with open arms.
This is happening too fast. This is crazy. All I did was bring my sister along. That's it. It was just a small thing. Why are you overreacting so much?
It felt like my life would no longer be my own, and when I realized that, truly realized it, I knew I had to escape. So yes, I am genuinely thrilled that our engagement is broken off. It feels liberating.
What are you talking about? I was really looking forward to getting married, Rachel. I was excited for our future together. I was ready to settle down, to build a life with you.
Oh, please, Liam, don't even try. That's a complete lie, and you know it. You sound like you're just saying whatever comes to mind, trying to manipulate me into coming back. Don't contact me again, Liam. And please, enjoy your time with Lily. I'm sure you two will be very happy together. You deserve each other. Rachel, are you serious? You actually broke up with him? What were you thinking? Who's going to watch my kids now? How am I supposed to manage without you? Why don't you watch your own kids, you useless woman? Instead of complaining to me, why don't you go talk to your husband? He seems to have a lot of questions for you. Talk to him about what? We've already talked about the Bali trip, and there were no secrets between me and my husband. We're open and honest with each other. No secrets, is that so? Then I'm sure he's already aware of how you've been asking me for money every month and how you've never once repaid me. I'm sure he knows all about that, right? He didn't seem to know where you were or what you were doing while I was stuck watching your children. Perhaps you owe him an explanation for that too, don't you think? Because he was under the impression that you were a responsible working mother. It seems there are quite a few secrets between you and your husband after all, Lily. I don't know what you're talking about. Why are you doing this? Why are you meddling in my life? This is completely out of line. You're just being spiteful. And do you remember, Lily, that I made sure to get an IOU note from you every single time I lent you money? You signed every single one, acknowledging your debt. Do you remember that? What about it? What's your point here, Rachel? What do you think you're going to achieve by doing this, huh? What we did wasn't a big deal at all. All I wanted was a vacation. My point, Lily, is that I expect full repayment of every single penny you owe me. And I expect it immediately, so be prepared for that. If you don't repay my money, I will take legal action. If that happens, the information will go straight to your husband's company. I'm sure they would be very interested to hear about your gambling debts, your unemployment, and your fraudulent claims. What? That's the worst thing ever! You can't do that! That is completely messed up! This is a nightmare! You're ruining my life! Stop this at once! I mean it! What you did was truly messed up, and what you did created this nightmare for yourself. You chose to be irresponsible, to lie, to exploit me, to gamble away your family's money, and to neglect your children. Now you're simply facing the consequences of your own choices. You have nobody to blame but yourself. This is your reality, created by your own hands. You're a terrible person, Lily. You're a psycho. How can you do this to me? All I did was come along on a trip with my kids. That's it. And you're doing all this to me? You're a sociopath. I think you should refrain from using such language, Lily. Just know that I will pursue the full repayment of my money, and I will not hesitate to take all necessary steps to ensure that. And frankly, it's quite disheartening to think about the kind of upbringing your children are receiving, being raised by someone incapable of showing even a modicum of remorse or responsibility. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please don't sue me. I can't pay you back right away. Please just be lenient with me and please explain everything to my husband. Tell him I'm not as bad as you said. Please, Rachel, I'm begging you. I'll do anything. Just don't ruin my life. Don't do this to me. I know that I need help, but don't make my situation worse than it is. I'm afraid I don't understand what you're asking, Lily. Why would I, a complete stranger to your personal affairs now, explain anything to your husband? What possible reason could I have to do that? You honestly believe I owe you that much? Do you believe I have any obligation to clean up your mess? No, Lily. You will face the consequences for your harassment and your deceit. You and your brother have chosen your paths, and now you must walk it. Liam was forced to pay for everything, and as a result, he lost the trust and respect of his colleagues at work. His professional life, once seemingly secure, has become deeply uncomfortable for him. It also seems that Lily's deceit and reckless behavior have come to light, and her husband is now supervising her closely, ensuring she takes responsibility for her actions and works to repay her debts. This entire ordeal, as painful as it was, became a crucial turning point for Rachel. It opened her eyes to the importance of valuing her own life, her own dreams, and her own well-being. It taught her the vital lesson of setting boundaries and recognizing manipulative behavior. While Liam and Lily's actions were truly despicable, Rachel can only hope that, in time, they come to understand the gravity of what they've done and the pain they've caused. For her, however, the chapter is closed, and I'm moving forward with a newfound sense of freedom and purpose. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hello there, Rachel. It's been some time since you and I have last talked, hasn't it? I was just curious if you were already done with work for the day.
Oh, hello, Mom. Yes, I'm done with work. But do you mind if I ask what this is about and why you're messaging me?
I just want to know if you're already at home or not. So are you? Are you still on the road, or are you at home?
I'm actually still on the way back home right now, but not quite there yet. Now, can you please tell me what all of this is about, Mom?
I just wanted to get in touch with you about New Year's, if you must know. I want you to come and visit us at our house this year.
Mom, I'm sorry, but I've already told you that I'm not going to be going back to that house ever again. I mean, do you really forget all that you put me through while I was still living there?
Oh, come on. That was 3 years ago already now, wasn't it? You can't tell me that you're still really upset about that, right? Why can't you just forget about that and let bygones be bygones? Honestly, it's so silly for you to hold a grudge like this.
You might think that it's something you can just forget, but it isn't like that for me at all. I know all about how while I was still in the hospital, you lied to the doctors to get them to release me earlier than they should have. And then you forced me to recover at home while you tried to do everything for me. But I needed to be cared for by a medical professional. You lied to the doctors and you lied to me, and I am not going to forgive you for that.
Oh my goodness, Rachel. I really am sorry about what I did back then. You're right. I shouldn't have taken things as far as I did. but I want you to know that I've thought long and hard about my actions. And so please, I was just hoping that you'd be able to rethink your whole attitude about this as well. I mean, you have to know how much I've regretted my actions these past 3 years.
Are you being honest with me? Do you really regret what you've done? Because I don't think you've ever admitted to being wrong about anything.
Look, I admit that I was under a lot of pressure back then, and I really wasn't thinking clearly about my actions at all. But I just want you to know that it was because of how much I worry about you. I mean, you're almost 30 and you're still not married and you don't have any kids either. And I imagine that you've just been putting all of that off and wasting even more time these past few years as well, right? But don't worry. The truth is that I've really just given up on you at this point. Or trying to control you anyways.
Really? You're really telling me that you don't want to try and tell me how to live my life anymore?
Well, I just understand that no matter what I have to say to you, you aren't going to listen and insist on doing things your own way. And frankly, I'm too tired to put up with that right now. Besides, at least your older brother Chris got married, so that's been a big relief for me. Now I just have to count on him to give me grandchildren. Of course, I would have preferred to have grandchildren from my daughter, but I guess that we can't always get what we want.
I really wish that you wouldn't say those kinds of things to me. It really makes me feel like you're trying to guilt me. Besides, I don't really see why it should matter where your grandchildren come from. You should still love them all the same, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Whatever. But I don't see what's wrong with me expressing how I feel about all of this to you.
Well, it's just that we've already talked about what I want to do with my life, so why don't you just be happy with what you have? I mean, I certainly hope that you haven't been putting Chris under the same kind of pressure that you were putting me under.
No, of course I wasn't doing anything like that. But Chris and his wife are eager to have a child of their own.
Okay, well, I really do hope that's the case and you're not putting undue pressure on his wife either.
I don't need you to be telling me how to interact with your brother and his wife. Thank you very much. Besides, I'm her mother-in-law, and I have a say in how she lives her life.
I mean, I suppose there's not much point in arguing with you about all of this, but you should know that I've only ever met Chris's wife twice before.
Oh, really? Is that so? I didn't realize that you two weren't all that well acquainted with each other.
Yes, and the first time we exchanged numbers and I sent a message once, but we just never really got anywhere in our conversation. So I was wondering if you could tell me about her and how Chris are doing. Does she seem happy?
Yes, Rachel. Your brother's wife, Linda, seems very, very happy with him. In fact, you must know that we all live together, right?
Hold on a second, you mean that you're living with Chris and Linda? All three of you in the same house?
Well, it's just that Chris is just so bad with money, as you know. So we asked if they could move into our family house to save a little bit of money, and of course I said yes.
You're kidding me. I really had no idea about that at all, but I guess times are tough, so people need help where they can get it.
You don't think that I somehow forced the two of them to move in with me or anything like that, do you? Because I will simply not stand for that kind of slander from you.
Mom, are you okay? I really don't care all that much about what living arrangement you have as long as it's safe. I just worry that now that you're all living together, you might be struggling to share your space.
Of course I'm not struggling. I'm a very good sharer, and I know how to live with others, thank you very much. You really are such a rude daughter, do you know that? I really wish that I had a way to just snap you into shape so that I wouldn't have to deal with all this back talk. You know, Linda never ever says a word back to me. She's an obedient young woman who knows how to take orders, which makes her a much better daughter than you are in my eyes.
I really don't know if the fact that Linda isn't brave enough to speak out against you is a good thing, but I can see why you think it would be. Still, though, it sounds to me like you might not actually be giving Chris and Linda all the space and freedom they might need.
Nonsense! You don't know what you're talking about at all! Look, your brother married this woman, which means that she's part of our family. Do you really think that I could run off a woman like that? I am no more a source of tension in the relationship than you are.
Okay, well, I just remember after you and I had our falling out that Chris was telling me you were really after him about finding a wife.
Well, of course I was. You had just left the house, and I didn't know what was going to happen next. You're not actually going to try blaming me for anything about that, are you? Look, I just want to know if you'll come back to the house for New Year's since we are all there now.
And you're really not planning anything strange or funny that I should be worried about?
No, dear. I've already told you that I've given up all hope that you'll ever be a good daughter who will obediently do what I say. Although, I suppose there are some reasons why I want you to come back.
And just what might that reason be?
Well, you do know your Uncle Ted, right? Your father's younger brother? Well, you see, he is actually going to be moving into a retirement home next summer.
Oh, really? I didn't know that Uncle Ted was going to be doing that. I hadn't heard anything.
Of course. Well, you know how high blood pressure runs quite well. High among the members of your father's family. After all, that's what took your grandpa when he passed away. But anyways, your Uncle Ted is already older than his father when he passed away. But that's why he's trying to be careful about his health. And since he's single, he wants to live in a place that will have a staff that will be able to provide the kind of care that he needs.
I see. Well, I guess that all makes sense. But what does this have to do with me?
Well, you do know how you were always your uncle's favorite niece, don't you? I think the least that you should do is say hi to your uncle before he goes into this home. You don't know when you might have a chance to do that again.
Well, okay. I think I get what's going on here at least. If that's the case, then I'll come home for New Year's.
Oh, really? You will? Oh, this is just wonderful news. Thank you so much for saying that. Make sure that you find a hotel to stay at soon, okay? We've already converted your room into an office and storage space, so there's no room for you here.
Okay, yeah, sure, I can do that. I'll start looking into that soon.
And I think that it might start snowing here too, so make sure that you pack accordingly and plan for that. Got it? Hey Rachel, where are you? It's New Year's and you've already ran off. Where did you go? I hope you know that we're all ready to sit down and eat dinner. We're just waiting on you.
Well, I went to go and see Uncle Ted, and I was going to be eating over here. Besides, you lied to me again. I can't believe that I let you trick me. You don't respect that I'm putting off getting married at all. I saw all the photos of the men who you were going to try and set me up with. I mean, do you really think that I'm going to go for an arranged marriage?
Oh, come on. The least you could do is look at the photos and at least see if there's anyone among all of them who would catch your eye, you know. Would it really kill you to do that?
I don't think it would kill me to do any of that, but it's the fact that you went behind my back to do this that makes me so upset. I told you that I wasn't interested in getting married right now, and you still insisted on doing this. I mean, don't you already get how upset I am with you over this? Why do you try to push me even further?
I just don't understand what's the matter with you, Rachel. What is it about marriage that makes you so opposed to it? Do you want to spend the rest of your life single and alone?
Mom, what I want to do is get to choose what happens in my life. Is that really so bad?
Well, I think that sometimes we need some help from others in figuring out just what it is that we should be doing.
I really disagree and don't want any of your help with that anyways. Thank you.
Oh, come on. Just think of your brother. He's older than you, but he's still got married. Doesn't that make you want to think about getting married as well?
I think that it's great that my brother was able to find a wife who makes him so happy and who he can do the same for her. But I haven't met anyone like that, and frankly, I'm not looking for anyone like that. And what about Linda? Where is she anyways? I didn't see her at home the entire time that I was there.
What do you mean, where is she? I thought I told you that her and your brother had both moved in with me. That's where she is.
I mean, where in the house is she? She was there when I first came into the house, but I haven't seen her since arriving. Even when we all sat down for breakfast, she was nowhere to be found.
Well, she had breakfast earlier than the rest of us, and you took too much time leaving your hotel to be able to catch her, if you must know.
Really? So you're saying that I am just always barely missing her? Is that right?
Well, I asked her to step out of the house and get some things for us that we might need. After all, with so much family coming in, we're going to have to stock up on food. But anyways, she doesn't mind, and I think she enjoys going out and being helpful and all of that. She's always going out offering to run our errands for us. And I think it's wonderful that she's always so eager to help around the house the way that she does.
Okay, well, I've heard that you've been saying some pretty mean things to Linda, actually.
Look, I just don't really think that you two need to be all that near each other. The truth is that I worry that you'll have a negative influence on her, and I want her to stay the way that she is.
Okay, well, that makes me all the more worried about all of this. I'm really not sure of what your game here is, Mom. But I do know that I haven't gotten to say a single word to Linda since arriving here, and I think that something is up with all of this.
Oh, please. You are just being paranoid. You really must stop this. I mean, after all, are you forgetting I was the one who offered the two of them a place to live in the first place? I really think that you need to stop being so suspicious of me and see all the good that I've done for the two of them.
I don't really even know if I can believe that from you anymore, but I will say that I'm worried that Linda's okay.
And I am telling you that there's nothing to worry about at all. Do you understand me? Why do you always have to act this way when it comes to me? Anyways, does this mean that you're not going to be coming back home at all? Are you really just going to stay away for the rest of your trip?
Actually, no, I won't be going back anytime soon. I'm going to go and meet up with a friend and then go back to my hotel. I don't want to go back home just to be bombarded with more of you trying to convince me to get married. And I can't believe that you'd convince our relatives to go along with your plan too. I thought that I was going to see my frail old uncle, and instead you just set a trap for me to walk right into.
Oh, come on. Your flight back home is in a couple days. You have to come back home and be with the rest of us. You can't just ignore us like this.
I actually can do whatever I want, and this has been the main sticking point between you and I. So I'm not going to go back home, and I am going to wait in my hotel until it's time for my flight back.
But you said that you wanted to talk to Linda, right? What if I can arrange that for you? I could tell her to be home when you will be tomorrow.
I just want you to know that if Linda starts asking me about when I'm going to be getting married, I am not going to be happy. In fact, if that happens, I'll probably never ever talk to you ever again, Mom.
Okay, I get it. You're very serious about all of this. I won't say anything more about the matter if it makes you happy.
I really just can't believe that you would do what you did. I mean, really? All those photos were just ridiculous.
Well, I just didn't want to waste this chance since you made the effort to come all the way out here. I mean, I really do think that you should at least try and choose a couple men who you'd like to see. Just think about me and my life. You think that I have much longer here? Don't you want to do this for me?
I'm not having this conversation, but I am going to be heading to your place for dinner. Got it?
Excellent. I'll order some food to be delivered and it'll be a great time. And hopefully, while you're at my house, you can learn a thing or two about respecting your elders.
Linda, are you there? It's Rachel. I was just curious about how you've been.
Rachel, is that you? Why are you messaging? Did something happen? Is everything okay?
Well, I just have barely seen you at all since I arrived into town, and so I was curious about what you've been up to. By the way, where are you right now? My mom told me that you'd gone out to do a little shopping, but you've been gone a long time.
Oh, well, there's really nothing to worry about at all. I'm always around and nearby, so you don't have anything to worry about with that.
Oh, really? So you're still in the area? Well, that's good to know at least. I just wanted you to know that the food my mom ordered has been delivered, so you should hurry back to eat with us. I seem to remember you mentioning to me how much you really liked this place, so I was really pushing for my mom to order from it.
Well, thank you so much for inviting me to eat with you all. That really is sweet. But please, don't bother waiting for me to go all the way back home. You all can start without me.
But you just said that you were pretty nearby, right? Are you telling me that you aren't going to be coming home for dinner?
Oh, well, you see, the thing is that I'm actually out shoveling all the snow for all the driveways in the neighborhood. But once I'm done, then I was going to come back and eat. So I think that it might take some time before I'm finished here, and that's why you should just go ahead and not worry about waiting for me.
Hold on a second, are you telling me that you've been outside shoveling driveways this whole time? But it's freezing out there.
I know, but I'm still not finished, so I just simply can't go back yet. And anyways, with all the snow that we've had this year, I really have my work cut out for me.
I have no idea what my mom is up to now that she has nobody to help her out with the debt that she accrued for herself. I heard through the grapevine that she's gone back to work and was forced to move into a tiny little apartment after selling the house, but if you ask me, it serves her right. I only hope that one day in the future my mom is able to realize just how horribly she's treating you, Linda.
Well, because your mom told everyone in the neighborhood that I would do it for them. So now if I don't do it, it's going to make the family look bad, and we can't have that happening.
But, I don't really think that I'm following along. Are you sure you can't come home just so that I can ask you about all of this in person?
Rachel, are you there? I need you to return Linda to me right this second. Do you understand me?
What in the world are you talking about, Mom? Really? Did you think you were going to get away with this? I can't believe you would stoop so low as to do something like this. You really are just horrible. Do you know that? Not only did you steal all of Linda's savings that she's had since before getting married, but you've been using her like a servant. I don't even know what to say to you right now, but I want you to know that I talked to Chris about this, and we agreed that I'll be holding on to Linda for the time being.
Are you crazy? Do you expect me to believe that your brother would ever go for something like that?
I think that after I showed all of the things that you've been putting poor Linda through, that he had no choice but to believe me and let me do this. But really, you lied to me about those two choosing to live with you. I knew that you just bullied my sensitive brother into going along with whatever you wanted. I should have known that you were lying to me, but I just thought that I could trust you this one time.
Well, I really didn't have any other choice in the matter. I hope that you can see that at least. You should know that there was no way that I was going to be able to live on my own.
I really don't care what excuses you've made up to try and explain any of this. Really, if you're having trouble living on your own, you can really only blame yourself. After all, you were the one that spent all of Dad's inheritance after he died. But you couldn't take responsibility for your actions, so you tried to pass off all the consequences to someone else.
But, I just didn't think that making Linda do all of those things was going to be such a big deal. I had no idea at all.
Really? You mean you didn't think that maybe you were taking things a little too far when you sent her out to shovel snow for the entire neighborhood? And all because you're in debt to about half the people that you're living near because you keep needing to borrow money? I'm sorry, man, but if this is how you live and you think it's okay, then you're an idiot. Really, just how old are you that you think this is okay?
But, Rachel, please. You don't understand just how much debt I'm really in. Things are looking really, really bad for me right now.
And just who was the person who spent all their money and started borrowing in the first place? But at least you had someone like Linda who would let you walk all over her and do your dirty work for you.
I didn't make her do anything. She wanted to do this for me because of how long we'd known each other for. She was happy to do this.
Well, that's not what she's telling me. She told me all about how you've just been using her to do favors to whittle down your debt. But Chris and I aren't going to let you do this to her any longer. We are through with you and never want anything to do with you ever again.
But wait! You can't just leave me! Please! You two are all that I have left right now! It wasn't supposed to go like this!
After that, I blocked my mom on everything and I ignored any attempts she made to try and reach out to me. Chris and I talked and we both agreed not to talk to Mom anymore. We cut her off and focused on making sure Linda was okay instead. Chris decided that things would be best if they packed up their belongings and moved far away from my mom, so that's just what they did. I made sure to give them all the help that I could while they prepared to move their things. I have no idea what my mom is up to now that she has nobody to help her out with the debt that she accrued for herself. I heard through the grapevine that she's gone back to work and was forced to move into a tiny little apartment after selling the house, but if you ask me, it serves her right. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.